In sports today, NHL playoffs are heating up and Canadian teams saw action last night. Here's Andy Redding with the details and the rest of your sports news.
Thanks, Chantilly. NHL playoff races are heating up, and it was a big night for some of the Canadian teams in action. The Montreal Canadiens were in Winnipeg visiting the Jets last night, and while the Habs have been sitting in a playoff spot all year, the Jets are in a tight battle for a wildcard position in the West. Coming into last night's game, they sat just points ahead of the Calgary Flames and LA Kings in the Western Conference wildcard race. First period, the Canadiens turn it over at their own blue line. It ends up on the stick of Dustin Big Buff Bufflin, and his one-timer squeaks by Dustin Tokarski. 1-0 Jets. Second period, Habs with another turnover, this time behind the net. Tyler Myers finds Mark Scheifele in front. He makes it 2-0 for Winnipeg. Later, now 3-1, Jets break in on a 2-on-1. Scheifele feeds Blake Wheeler. His 24th puts it out of reach for Winnipeg. They'd go on to take it 5-2 the final. Over to the east, where injuries forced a pair of unlikely goalies into the spotlight. Cam Talbot of the New York Rangers has a 16-4-3 record since taking over for Henrik Lundqvist. Meanwhile, Ottawa's Andrew Hammond has almost single-handedly pulled the Senators back into the playoff picture, hamburgers and all. But unfortunately, last night's game between the two in Ottawa wasn't much of a goaltender's duel. First period, Derek Stepan feeds Chris Kreider on the wing. He breaks in and beats Hammond short side, 1-0 Rangers. Later in the period, now 2-1 New York, Stepan floats one on net. It takes an awkward bounce off Hammond, and Kreider buries it for his second of the game. Not a great night for Hammond. Talbot, on the other hand, made 23 saves on 24 shots en route to his 20th win of the season. Rangers take it 5-1 the final. Now with a look at your weekend forecast, here's Shai Williamson.
Good news, guys, it's the weekend, but it's going to start off a little gloomy. Today there will be a 40% chance of flurries, so stay warm, guys. We'll reach a high of -4 and a low of -12. Tomorrow, skies will clear up before you even get out of bed. We'll reach a high of -1 and a low of -8. And for Sunday, the sun will be shining bright. We'll reach a high of 4 and a low of -1. That's your weekend forecast. Now back to Chantilly in the newsroom.
Thanks, Shai. We'll leave you today with this cool video. A Japanese companion robot has returned to Earth after breaking 2 Guinness World Records.
おかえりキロボ、宇宙から見た地球はどうだった?
Meet Kurobi, the first robot to have a conversation in space, the furthest distance from Earth. This companion robot was designed to conduct experiments in space. The country's first robot astronaut joined the International Space Station in December 2013. Standing at just over a foot tall and weighing 1 kilogram, Kurobi described Earth as shining like a blue LED light. That's all for today. For details of these stories and more, check out humbernews.ca. Humber News is produced by students in the journalism program at North Campus. I'm Chantilly Post. I hope you have a great weekend.